Hi guys, welcome back to Tech Tutor. In today's video, we're going to start another series called the LeetCode NEET Code 101 series. So we're going to have a look at a couple of LeetCode problems and go through kind of my explanation of these problems. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the first one, which comes under the arrays and hashing topic. So this is the two-sum. So two-sum is a really famous problem. So it's a really beginner basic problem. So I'm gonna start look at it. So let me just run it. So now, okay. So we have nothing in our code. So we're gonna be using Python to run it. So let's go over it. So they say that we have they're gonna give us a pass array of integers nums and an integer target, and then we're gonna return the indices I and j such that the sum of the two the numbers, okay, not the indices, so like 3 plus 4 or plus 4 plus 5, that should equal whatever the target is, okay, and I is not equal to 0, so that means that it won't be the same indice, okay, it won't be the same index. So we can assume they give us a good assumption that they be exactly one pair of indices that satisfy this condition. Okay, so we have an array, then we have a target. So as you can see, this is return the indices 0 and 1 because why? Because 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. The same with goes over here. This is just we have two elements, right? And here we have 0 and the second, which is 4 plus 6 equals to 10. So let's look at how we want to do this first. First, a brute force approach to this is what we would do is we would have an outer loop on the current index, and we would have an inner loop on the next index. Okay, so we would go as to the outer loop and the inner loop, we would go on adding them, and in the end that would give us a O of n squared time complexity. Why? Because we are going in, so we're going outer, then all the other other indices, then we're going to the outer loop moves, and then we're going again, and then the outer loop moves, and then we're going again to the other indices. That way we get that O of n squared time complexity, two for loops, one inside the other. That's how I kind of think it. But how do we make this seem better, right? How do we get this solution to be better? So what we could do is we could use a hash map. Okay, so I'm gonna call this hash map previous map, and I'm just gonna initialize that as an empty hash map. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna take advantage of the fact that we know the target and that we can find the difference of that target minus whatever the current value is, whatever the current index value is. Okay, so we're gonna use a trick, a Pythonic trick called enumerate. Enumerate, what that does is it gives us access to not only the index but also the number in enumerate nums. Okay, so what does this do? So this takes the index and the number in the array. So for I n in enumerate nums, what are we gonna do? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check the difference. So difference is gonna be equal to the target minus whatever the current value is. Okay, so we do find that difference. So 7 minus 3. Okay, but what are we gonna do with that difference? The key technique here is we're gonna check if difference is in the previous map. If that is in the previous map, what do? So previous map, or you could say the hash map. So if the difference isn't in the hash map, we're going to return that. Okay, so we're going to return the previous map of difference. Okay, and what? The current index. And if not, then we're going to add that value. So we're going to say previous map of n. So equals to I. We're going to do a run through with one of these problems, and then we're just going to say return if this ends, if this loops end. We know we wouldn't need it, but yeah. So if we look at this, right? So this specific problem over here, example one. Let's first run this and see if it runs. Okay, so what we could do is, what is the error we're getting? It's also expecting a list of integers. So what we could do is, let's see what issue we're facing here. Is it expected run type is 0, 1. Your output was 0, 1. Oh, sorry, they're expecting an integer. Oh, I see. So they're expecting a list of integers. Let's see that. Yeah. So there you go. So we were returning a tuple, but we had to return a list. That was the issue we were facing. So, hit return and it works. Okay. Let's go over this problem real quick. So again, as I said, when we're getting for I n enumerated, we're not only getting the index, so 0, but we're also getting the value, which is 3 over here. So difference would be the target. What was the target? 7, right? So 7 minus what? N. And in this case is 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4. So if diff is in previous map, which is not, it's not, right? So what would we do? We do previous map of n. So what? 3, right? So 3. So we say 3 equals to, in our hash map, 3 is equal to 0. Okay, then we go forward. Again, we go find the difference. Target 7 minus 4. 7 minus 4 is what? 3. Then we check, is 3 in previous map? Yes, it is. So we return the previous map of 3, which is, what is previous map of 3? 0, right? Remember, we put that and the correct, and what? The current index. What is the current index we move to? We move to 1. And that's, my friends, how we get this 0 and 1 as a solution. If you like this video, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.